class, so as you'll remember, we are reading this critical essay by Barbara L. Estrin on Romeo and Juliet, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and read through the first page and a half with you all, and then you're responsible for the remaining pages. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the structure actually of this essay. So it looks like here we already circled our author's name. Underneath it says source, okay, so it looks like a citation. And then underneath that, there's some brackets, okay, and then it looks like it jumps right into the essay. And then, I wonder why this is indented. Why is this better now than groaning for love? Oh, that's actually from our play. Okay, so now I know the author is indenting parts of play into this essay. Okay, it looks like the author did it again on the next page. It's like paragraphs. These yellow markers are from our vocabulary words, so you can actually read through and understand certain terms within the essay. Okay, and then, oh cool, it looks like there's an image here from a film adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. Awesome, so that's a nice picture. And then continue reading, looks like some more paragraphs, and then some more portions of the play. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder why there's no headers or subsections. I wonder if the essay is just one continuous flow, if there's no certain sections or things like that. Interesting. Okay, some more play. Okay, oh, here's one header. Let's go ahead and circle that header. It's the only one we have here. So it says notes. So these are the footnotes from the author. So if you ever feel lost whenever you see one of these little numbers, you can just come down to the footnotes and then it'll go ahead and tell you more about that reference. And then you're going to stop reading once you get to that red line. All right? So let's go ahead and go back to the top and start reading our essay. So as I said, I'm only going to go through the first page and a half. So here it says the source, Romeo and Juliet, the art of naming love. Oh, okay, cool. So that's our essay title. Let's go ahead and highlight that. That's important. All right, and then it looks like you can find it in this journal, the original essay. All right, so let's go ahead and go underneath that. In brackets, it says, in the following essay, Estrin probes Romeo and Juliet's vision of love and their efforts to realize this vision. Okay, cool. So it already told me what this essay is going to be about. So I'm actually just going to circle that because it's important for me to remember. So if I ever feel lost or I'm not sure where the author is going, I can come back and see our circle and remember that's what we're reading. Okay? Let's go ahead and jump in. So it says in Act 2 of Romeo and Juliet, Mercutio defines a successful man incorrectly, assuming that Romeo's recovered wit signals the decline of his infatuation for Rosalind. And then it has the part from the play. Why is this better now than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo, now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature. For this drivelling love is like a great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide his babble in a hole. Okay. And then it looks like we actually have a footnote here, so I'm going to actually go ahead and highlight it yellow. Cool. So if we go down to the very bottom, where we circled our yellow, it says here, footnote 1, Romeo and Juliet, editor Brian Gibbons, and then London, 1980, okay, and then it gives us the act, the scene lines, and then it also says, all references are from this edition and will be cited in my text. Okay, cool. So now I know that whenever I see parts of the play like this, all of those texts come from this edition by Brian Gibbons. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the beginning again. All right, cool. So it says, to be Romeo at his best is to have acquired distance from the amorous. All right, so I struggled through that word, so let's go ahead and actually hear how it sounds. So I'm going to highlight it green. It's not one of our vocabulary words, but we're going to highlight green. Then I went ahead and looked it up. So it says amorous. So we can actually click here to hear it.
Amorous.
Amorous. So it says showing feeling or relating to sexual desire. Okay, so that's what Romeo's situation is. It's something showing feeling or relating to sexual desire, right? So that's his relationship with Juliet. So it says, and to have separated himself, as Pericles admonishes Mucinous in the Arcadia, a little from himself, so that his own mind may look upon his own proceedings. Oh, okay, cool. And then we have another footnote, because I don't know what the author's talking about now. So it looks like it's another footnote, but it also says, as this character admonishes this character in the Arcadia. So it must be another novel. So it sounds like the author is actually referencing and comparing Romeo to whoever Pericles is from the novel Arcadia. All right, so let's read that again now that we know what just happened. So it says, to be Romeo at his best is to have acquired distance from the amorous situation and to have separated himself, as Pericles admonishes Musidorus in the Arcadia, a little from himself, so that his own mind may look upon his proceedings. The capacity for reason distinguishes man from beasts, raising him above all other creatures. Groaning, driveling, and lolling are mannerisms of a natural, one who feels victimized by, rather than master of his situation. Sociability as a manifestation of reason signals for Mercutio the measure of manhood. Conversely, love marks a retreat from the art of forming, and so becoming fully what man was destined to be. To hide is to fail, to evince the jewel of the complete, and hence fully alive self. Alright, so I'm a little confused about what we just read. So remember right here, the author compared. So let's go ahead and highlight that different color. To blue. Orange, sorry. Alright, so right here is a comparison, okay. And then this part, that was actually, it was referencing back to the text, so I saw driveling again. And lolling, that was something else there, okay. And then it says sociability as a manifestation of reason signals for Mercutio the measure of manhood. Okay, so now it sounds like we're talking about what Mercutio figures is the manhood, or what he reasons as manhood. Okay, so now it sounds like we're taking Mercutio's way of reasoning and applying it to Romeo. So it sounds like the author is using Mercutio as maybe some point of reference for reasoning. Okay, and I wonder why, because the essay is supposed to be about Romeo and Juliet, so why does the author start with Mercutio in this whole section? Alright, so let's go ahead and continue reading, and maybe we'll figure that out. And then over here, there was this sentence that I was a little confused, because it says, to hide is to fail, to evince the jewel of the complete and hence fully alive self. So evinces, let me go ahead and highlight that word. It's a little confusing. So it says to evince the jewel. So that actually is one of our vocab words. So it says reveal the presence of, quality, or feeling. Reveal, show, or demonstrate. Okay, so it says, maybe if I take one of the synonyms, I can replace it, and then it'll make more sense. So to hide is to fail, to reveal the jewel of the complete and hence fully alive self. Okay, so it's actually referencing back to the text up here. So it says to hide, and then it says to hide. Okay, cool. So it's talking now about Romeo and what Mercutio was talking about Romeo. All right, cool, interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop now, and then in class, you all will bring your notes about the remaining of the text. But as you all saw, we looked at the footnotes, we compared what was being talked about to the actual playwriting, and then we also were thinking about vocabulary words, right? And remember, if you do get lost, you can go back to the beginning and understand the point of the essay, which is here in the italicized brackets. All right, class? So I look forward to our discussion tomorrow. Have a good evening.